Right, hello, welcome. We are starting a little bit on the early side today. Not too much, mostly because I wanted to make sure that the stream was actually going to work today. Because, you know, it wasn't working last time. But, yes, we are back. We are going to jump right back into Final Fantasy. I really gotta... And we're going to go ahead and finish, or try to finish at least, Realm Reborn. At least that's what I've been told. What in the world is that you? It is him. Picked a bad place to stop and stand, didn't I? Okay. We seem to be doing good. We're not missing frames. We're not... And I am using the new capture. I got the new capture in the mail yesterday. Got it hooked up and set up. Good to go, so. Oh, if I could talk. Hold on. Okay. Okay. You are welcome. As communication officers, it falls to me to issue you your orders and provide guidance on forthcoming missions. First mission is to infiltrate the Imperial outpost at Cape Westwind and eliminate... yeah. Hey, Kay, we just started. Like, I just got moving in the actual game. You have not missed a thing. Participating units are now in position and awaiting your arrival. Please proceed to the staging area and report to Lieutenant Eldebrand. First step in our bid to purge the realm of the Garlean menace. Shall pray for your success. Oh, if I could stop choking on them. Wonderful. You're hopping on? All right. This is a unhealthy looking area. No, fuck off with your fate. I don't care. I have much more important things to do. Fearless leader of the Elite Adventure Unit, we've been expecting you. Our Maelstrom friends report that, departed Castrum Ostens a bell ago. And sure enough, a convoy of Imperial airships landed here just now. The likelihood is high that our target was aboard one of the vessels. I've dispatched scouts to verify his presence before we strike. And all units requesting status report. Target has now been sighted. Are they really going to go through everybody? Yeah, they are. Disregard previous message. Target sighted. Say again, target sighted. Understood. Hold your position. Apparently their uniform just goes off their chest. First step of Operation Archon begins with us. Should we falter here, all hope of victory will be lost. No small burden, but know that I believe in all of you, so believe in yourselves, and together we'll blaze a path for our brothers and sisters of the Alliance to follow. Create multiple diversions and disperse the enemy garrison that should give you a chance to breach their defenses. Go now and bring us their head. Rygard grant you strength. Commence diversionary maneuvers. Like in Skyrim, where you can loot somebody's head, and it's actually an item in their inventory. Or where am I going? The Briarhearts. If you pickpocket the Briarheart item that they have in their inventory, it kills them. Go. Aha. Hold on. What am I here? You have somehow managed to make your character the same level as mine. We're both exactly 54. Okay. Get up here. They do a terrible job. Their guards are just not good at their job. You can just kind of go right through. Okay. You, I need. Oh, this is the first time they're doing an item level sync. Interesting. Unable to commence. Oh. Duty as disciple of the land or hand or while in a party. Oh, okay. I guess this is solo. Yeah, there you go. Hey, they've got a Stargate. Here we have unexpected guests. Where have I seen you before? Ah, but of course, the woman who felled the mighty Titan. This is the Iclon Sire? I see the commotion without is not but a diversion. Allow me a hazard to guess. By eliminating me, you hope to undermine the garrison at Aachen. Bold strategy to be sure, but have you the strength to see it to fruition? Leave us. None of you are a match. Send word. Tell them they're coming. Once, my lord. The British are coming. The British are coming. Maybe we should stop them? 14 years have come and gone since Lord Van Balser first set foot in Azoria, yet his ambition for the realm burns as strong as it ever did. Know you what fuels it? Desire to deliver the people from their suffering. Oh, this used to be partyable? Makes sense. Lands he has conquered were all beset with problems, poverty, starvation, lawlessness, and strife. My homeland was no exception. Had my lord not reached out and claimed it for the Empire, it would have eventually destroyed itself. But under his sage leadership, my people enjoyed such peace and stability as we had never known. And he only desires the self-same for the people of this realm. Under his rule, Azoria will be free from the shackles which bind it, the shackles of false faith. Used to be a 4-on-1 slaughter. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Be no feeble leaders to misguide the masses. Wait, you're so what you're talking about is a communist, communist utopia where everybody works for everybody else with nobody in charge. It'll never happen, ever, because there's always somebody who needs to be in charge. Measures a man not by his birth, by his word. I don't really care. You're just like puffing yourself up. has a face on it. Oh, they really are just gonna have a solo fight, solo this guy. Well, this is gonna suck. Oh, not. Shields are impregnable! I mean, apparently not, because you are still taking damage. I mean, honestly, it's fine. You want to stand there and... This is a technique passed down by the Armstrong family line for generations. Good luck, this can be tricky. Doesn't seem to be too bad, unless he's got more bullshit that he pulls out later. Yeah, that's not a good one to use, really. I've never used Holy, so I just want to see what it does. Oh, okay, it's a stun. It doesn't actually do damage. Because it does damage. You do not hold back. Very well, neither shall I. Are you just gonna keep doing that? Because honestly, that's fine. Yeah, keep doing that. That's a great choice. Really effective. He is. He just keeps doing it. Look, my staff is laughing at you. Oh, good. Now minions. Hey, look, I have an AoE. Oh, and now he's back up. Wonderful. Oh, I see. He's just gonna do turret shit. Isn't he? Yeah. Somebody is hitting me with Dull Blade. Like, that is the actual move that keeps coming up. Right there. Dull Blade. Why are you hitting me with a Dull Blade? No, you bastard. You've angered him, now the real fight begins. Is he gonna pull off all of his armor and turn into a Tekken character? Burning Rage grants him strength beyond his limits. Defeat him again. Oh, and it's a stun. Wonderful. What the hell? Here, you can have a dot. I mean, if you want to just stand in one spot like a dumbass. Yeah, now we're a bullet. Now it's a bullet hell. That's wonderful. I keep pushing the wrong button. Doing good, others slip up. Yeah, I mean, it helps being aware of the markers on the ground and the fact that you need to get out of them. I'm pretty sure a lot of other people probably don't pay attention. Or at least I've seen that with other people playing and doing dungeons and stuff, is they don't watch the ground. Alright, now we gotta fight minions and then fight him a third time. I'm a tank, I don't need to move. Yeah, exactly, that's a problem. Now quick, pull off his head before he gets up again. God damn it. What did I just say? Stronger than I expected. I have honor, will not yield. Oh my god, you really do have to fight him a third time? Go together as a raging inferno. Hey, guess what I can do, though? Stuck in place. Well, it's a good thing I have heal spells, huh? Unless this is one of those stupid ones where you have to die. Hate those things. I mean, he's taking damage. Guess we'll find out in a second. Strong as you are, you cannot survive this. Yes, let's pin a healer in place and cast and very slowly do damage to them, while giving them plenty of time to cast cure spells on themselves. Games wouldn't do that to you. I've played Dark Souls games. Every boss in a Dark Souls game has been beatable. Yes, but in Demon Souls and Elden Ring, you are supposed to lose the first time. That's what actually moves the story forward. Same with Sekiro. So you still die, even if you win, you still lose. Huh, that's not good. Right, Magitech Transporter. It is a Stargate. Are you there? What news? This deed, you have sown the seeds of our ultimate victory. Woohoo! Stargate broke. Bidding that light precedes an end to the Empire's tyranny. No more. Let the next phase of Operation Archon commence. Hurrah! Yeah, done it again. Raise a tankard. Have no time to savor the victory. There's still the small matter of infiltrating Castrum Meridum and destroying the Ultima weapon. I know, no rest for the preternaturally gifted. Now stop feeling sorry for yourself. Make your way back to the Immortal Flames encampment. Communication officer will issue you your orders. Be waiting for you with the main host. Look, your minion comes, bringing the light. Alas, the gate to the void already stands open. Soon darkness shall consume all, and you shall bow down before the one true God. Evil laughter. Oh no, they've been killed. Regrettably so, my lord, in the hand of the Ichelon Slayer. If the Centurion who survived the attack is to be believed. At least one of them had the sense to run. Where were his men when he faced the enemy? Fleeing, even as their commander yielded up his last breath. If it should prove they questioned his right. Not speak for them, my lord. Beg pardons, but there is more. The Maelstrom has laid siege to Castrum Occidens. Likewise, the Crimson Fleet moves to blockade Castrum Marinum. Yeah, just go away, I don't care. So this is their answer. We shall crush them as we crush the Iclons. Go forth and show them the futility of their resistance. It's my lord. You gonna send the Warframes after us? Oh, and it just straight up teleports us back here. Easy enough. Death entered its second phase. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom moves to blockade. And far to the east in the Black Shroud, the Order of the Twin Adder advances upon Orions. Already you have done much to advance our cause, performing such feats as are worthy of song. But if our plan is to succeed, more is required. Know when your preparations are in order, and I shall relay to you the particulars of your next mission. Junk, junk, and junk. Take that. Hey, if you can't put headgear on, I don't want it. Phase 2 of the operation is presently in motion. Our brothers and sisters of the Maelstrom are holding their own against Garland forces upon Vilebrand and the Rotono Sea. Ere long, the third phase will begin, and you must take to the field once more. Morning, Savannah. The immortal flame shall strike at Castrum Meridum by way of a diversionary maneuver. While the Garlands are thus locked in battle, you are to infiltrate the stronghold and bring down the Magitech field that surrounds the Praetorium. Staging point for the mission lies in the shadow of Castrum Meridum in northern Thanalan. That is where you must go. On your way there, however, I would ask that you make a brief stop at Camp Blue Frog, or Blue Fog, one of our key outposts in the area. The garrison, I am told, is in low spirits, and it would do our troops well to see the hero of Cape Westwind appear before them. For the good of our cause, please stoke the fire in their hearts. Rip out their hearts and set fire to them. Seems like a good. I have this one, but I don't have this one. How does that work? All right, we're gonna go here and go north. Wait, other way. Go. Hey, look, it's somebody I know. All right. Most welcome presence here at Camp Blue Fog. Logistically speaking, we're ready to march on Castrum Meridum at a moment's notice. Alas, while our troops are here in body, their minds are anywhere but. That's called a coping mechanism, and it's typical with soldiers about to go into a deadly life or death situation. Tend to disassociate ahead of time, sometimes even during. Garrison mood is dark, so daunting is the prospect of joining what may prove to be the bloodiest battle in history, but with a hero such as you walking among them, we may yet rekindle the dwindling embers within their souls. Also, White Mage, which apparently there's only, what, 3 in existence, ignoring all of the other players that are also White Mage. Ooh, pretty. Okay, what do you want me to do? Raise the flagging spirits of the men and women of our garrison. Worry not, it is no unnecessary laborious task we ask of you. The mere presence of a hero such as you walking in their midst would no doubt serve to restore them a measure of morale. So I ask of you this: make your way to processing plant and report to General Rabadon once you've arrived, and Godspeed. Troops are counting on you. Okay. Was there a Chocobo Keeper here? There is. Hey, can you take me up to the, You can. Because I'm lazy. Plus you get this fun music. How did you get here before me? Hero who brought him down, good to have you with us. As you can see, the mood about the camp here is grim at best. I was hoping that your presence alone might serve to raise spirits some. Unfortunately, it would seem that many are too preoccupied wallowing in fear and self-pity that they have yet to even notice you have arrived. Might I ask you to make the rounds and share a few words of encouragement to those men and women whose spirit falters? I had a mind to do it myself, but I'm quite certain it would carry more weight coming from you. Once you've seen the others, go and do the same for Edslitzen. No matter what he may claim, the lieutenant would also be better for a bit of rousing. Trust me, I know. I think it would actually have more weight if you did it, because you're like almost twice as tall as I am. Find recruits and psych them. I can spell. Don't sigh, shame yourself. Your stirring gesticulation has reawakened me to my purpose. Hero or no, I will fight tooth and nail to protect the realm. Hey, what? Being small is good. As I made her small on purpose. The tail. Yarg, I break my fast on garlands, and right now I'm very hungry. Okay, that was strange. Done with this, and they send you out of town. You can add me to the party. Okay. Not near as frightening as you. I'd sooner face a vanguard while naked is my name day. Really? She's not scary. Okay, he doesn't believe that I can do it. Hey, like, cooperate. By Rykar, without my realizing it, the fire of my resolve had grown dim, but thanks to you, it burns red hot once more. If needs be, I shall lay down my life to secure victory. All you've done that others couldn't manage. You, Slayer of Gods, is scary. Yeah, so the trick to victory is not to lay down your life for your country, it's to get the other guy to do it first. basically the same. Or just don't stand in the blazing fire while the healer heals themselves. Yeah. Rekindle the flames of courage that burn within our brave men and women's hearts, and for this I thank you. And now, time for battle is nigh. We must march forward with no worries or regrets. The general awaits you at Castrum Meridum. The battle will not be an easy one, but I trust you are up to the task. Ask Godspeed. Alright, we are going up. Where did K go? Do it from... Alright, let's go. Me on my unicorn and you on your motorcycle. On your flying motorcycle. Hey, I helped. Hey, I got an achievement for that. Hero returns. Trust your visit has done much to lift the spirit, even on the grave of battle. Time is of the essence. Let us commence the briefing at once. Game does like its cutscenes, I will say that. I'm just glad that you can rewatch them whenever you need to. Brothers and sisters of the Alliance, I would share with you glad tidings. Doubtless spurred on by news of the siege, the Maelstrom has struck a double blow. Aachen and Marinum are now under blockade. Phase 2 is a success. Reports tell us the Garlands offered fierce resistance, but the Admiral yielded them not one ilm. With Aachen, Mara, and Orans thus suppressed, the third phase may begin in earnest. Even as we speak, the Order of the Twin Adder moves to block the railway leading hither from Castrum Century, and that can mean but one thing. The hour has come to strike the heart of the Garland invasion force. Castrum Meridum, the den of the Black Wolf. What kind of female gaze is this? Oh, it's none of her. Fellow Azorians, I am Melifina, mistress of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. There exist myriad barriers that divide us, race of nation, blah, blah, blah. You're going to actually give a speech. She is going to. I'm not going to read those. The rousing emotional speech. Yeah, we know. Yeah, and now they're just... Can accompany you this time, the unenviable... Put aside your racial bigotry, kill the enemy, fight, fight, rah, rah. Yeah, exactly. Which, yeah, the Marines have a wonderful way of summarizing that. Hoorah. See that you come back to us, my friend. May the crystal bless you and keep you. Suffer the We will suffer the Black Wolf to prowl our lands no more. Let us teach the hunter what it is to be hunted. Forward, comrades, for Azuria. Castro Meridim now accessible. Soldiers are level 30 to 40 max. That always the way that it goes. Look at. Oh, item level. I wonder why it's getting me the item level. Ow. Look at this. No. Don't want to do... What in the heck is going on? I want to do this, not... Oh, I gotta unclick that one. There we go. Apparently it kept the... It kept the selection from earlier. That's a thing. Alrighty, here we go. There's actually somebody who's a gunbreaker. I think that's the first time. That I've seen. There you guys go, have a stun. Unskippable scenes now? Oh. On. Apparently somebody set the alarm off too. Select the correct. Oh, here comes some more. No, you guys don't want to fight me. You want to fight the other guy. Stun is helpful. What? Why is Sid talking to me? Here, let me tell you about what it is that you need to do while you're in the middle of fighting a bunch of guys. Okay, the tank grabbed them all. Hey. No. Please stop. Please stop. That was weird. Yeesh. That guy doesn't give a AoE a warning when he does his attack, unless it's just not rendering for me. Whew. Disposal chute. Find it and... Interesting. That was fun. Salt crafts. Watch for incoming fire. Did you cast the stupid spell? I guess this is why they sync your item level too. Since otherwise it'd be really easy to come in here with crazy high level items and melt everything. No. But there isn't friendly fire. Oh no, it's the hands. Are we really gonna, we're really gonna do this? This seems like a bad idea. How did I take a bunch of damage? Good, that gives everybody regen. It can stack. Do that. I picked the right place to stand by accident. Also pleased to say I found a suit of armor. Okay. This guy's not a boss. Oh, I guess he was a boss because that's another Colossus. They're still shooting artillery at us, which is not helpful. Fuel generator should be just up ahead. Oh, Sid found a Echo machine. Is that ours? No, it doesn't have the sticker on the side. Unless they peeled it off. This is a kind of an involved dungeon. Everybody can have regen for a little while. Don't really have much to say. I'm kind of concentrating, which is being quiet at the moment. This is kind of exciting, to be honest. You taking some damage. We got another cutscene. Diverting all power to cannons. Part is very pay attention. What? If you're just gonna blow it up, we didn't have to fight our way in here. We could have just flown over top of it and dropped a bomb on it. Lord was quite taken with you and the power you possess, the Echo. Naturally, I could not help but wonder whom this princess among women might be. Oh, it's... Only discovered you were but another adventurer, no better than the multitude. Yet in spite of this, the masses hold you their champion and then shower honors upon your head. It defies all reason. How is it that you could be such a thorn in our side? Wherever you appear, you leave havoc in your wake. You even slew Rathodon, one of our very finest. I will not speculate. Truth be told, I couldn't care less how you have done these things. What matters to me is the fact that you have done them, which is kind of the important part. You are allowed to continue. You will eventually deprive me of all I have toiled for, all that is mine by right. My minions, my comrades, even my Lord Gaius. Well, you cannot have him. I don't want him. I don't really go for the big, heavy armored look. Doesn't do it for me. I know, boo-hoo, sucks to be you. So sad. I will kill you. Only your death bring me peace. I kill you. Okay, is there? Didn't notice that. On the phone with my dentist, so I was distracted. Ish cool. We got more fight to do now. Okay. It's like, what? So here's a fun story that I think I can tell while I'm dodging projectiles on the ground. Oh, I didn't notice. There's a spot. Ouch. While I was doing random dungeons, I have been leveling other classes at the same time, and I started playing Arcanist, just, to explore it and see what it was like. And Arcanists are primarily a DPS class, but they do also have a heal spell. A single heal spell. Get one. At least, level 15. Christ. And we had a incident where the healer in this party disconnected. I don't know what happened. Just disconnected. Right in the middle of the boss fight. The final boss fight for the dungeon. It's like, the hell? Fortunately I was playing a Arcanist, so I could heal. Really like it if you would stop doing that. With that. Otherwise I gotta spend all my time freaking healing everything. Killer. Yay. It's happening all over again. Please, I cannot bear it. Don't take him away from me. Technically, we're taking you away from him. I have to change the setting. Can barely hear me over the music. Another poor fool who craved Gaia's affection over all else. Ne'er soul, no rest. It's okay. I wasn't really saying anything important. Miracle, no harm has come to you. It's not a miracle. I'm a healer. This is literally what I do. Thanks for your fine diversionary work, we've succeeded in bringing down the generator tower and with it the Magitech field. The way to the Praetorium now lies open. The only problem is we can't reach it on foot. We'll need to take the Enterprise. Left her at the processing plant, so let's regroup there. Final confrontation awaits. Ooh, it's exciting. That's a different one, too. Stripped of its defenses, the way to the ultimate weapon lies open. The time has come for the final phase. Alright, parting words, what are we gonna say? For the final phase of the operation, my flames will storm Castor Meritum and suppress what is left of the Imperial garrison. If all goes well, this will allow you to reach the Praetorium unopposed, fit and ready for your encounter with the Ultima weapon. Yours is the most dangerous mission of all, but the best must bear the heaviest burden. And you're the best we have. There's not another soul in this realm that could see this deed done. Merowib and Ken E are of the same mind as me. Though all hangs on your success, you must not let our plight make you desperate. Victory belongs to the bold, not the reckless. Bards are wont to sing of heroes who valued their life at naught next to honor, love, and liberty. But I tell you now, that which men fought at naught, they sell cheap. Risk no more than you must. Hear me? Best if you were off. We have work to do, both of us. See that your preparations are in order, then report to Sid. He awaits you with the Enterprise at the processing plant. And we've also sold Spirit Mounts. So do that right now. Get. So, ooh, we can upgrade. Nice. All right. Processing plant is back there. Right. I like how there's all these enemies here, but then, you know, the friendly guy is just standing there. Like, none of these guys are like, maybe we should do something about the guy that's standing at the doorway. The final quests or the game entirely? Both. I mean, aside from all the speech making in the quest, which is kind of dull. it's fine. It's interesting. The game is fun. I am definitely enjoying the fun. Enterprise at your disposal, ready to head. You need only say the word. Succeed in destroying the weapon, it will deal a crippling blow to the Empire's hopes of conquest. After that, the Legion would not dare to move against us, barring the discovery of further doomsday devices, that is. Be on our way. Playthings await. Praetorium now accessible. Oh, interesting. Okay, before we launch into that, I need to use the restroom. I will be right back. Alrighty. Sorted and situated and good to go. Let me get my chair back where it belongs and then we can go. Do I have food? You mean in the real world or the game? I don't think I have any game. What world is that? You go in this pocket. Yeah, right there. In game. No, I don't think I do. I have Chocobo food. What? I don't know. Triple cream coffee. That's more milk than it is coffee at that point. Okay, whatever. In we go. I think this new capture works a lot better. The quality is definitely improved over the old one. At least on my end. Hopefully it looks good on Twitch too. Here we are. Weapon will almost certainly be housed in the depths of the complex. Looks good? Cool. Excellent. Yes, leave. Leave us here so we can't get out. We've got this guy over here, and then we've got this guy over here. Like, something here is different. Yeah, and we're all synced down to level 50 too. All right, off we go. Hey, you're supposed to let the tank tank. Just don't stand in the fire. Like how the wall blows up right as we take down the last guy. Oh, the whole place is falling apart. Why me? That stupid tank, where are you going? Get back here. Help! Get these fuckers off of me. Okay, I have death claws that are trying to death claw me. Please get them off of me. Sometimes I really hate when tanks want to just run around and collect up everything. I mean, it's fine as long as they actually collect the stuff and maintain aggro on it. A lot of them will just not pay attention and stuff ends up going after your healer or something. Thank you, Kay. Okay. We've identified who this is. We're late. Well, if you didn't have all your guys in the way, we'd have been here on time. Something I always meant to tell you, yeah, the time never seemed right. It concerns your father. Is he going to pull the whole I am your father? Winter of his years, Midas came to abhor his part meteor. He told me he wanted nothing more than to wash his hands of the whole sword business. But he did not wash his hands of it. He helmed the project until the day it killed him. Now, you must know he did not have the luxury of choice. By the time he realized his error, it was too late. Meteor had him completely in its thrall. Shortly before his transformation, mayhap sensing something was amiss, your father confided to me all the regrets of his life. Most of them concerned you. Early on in your career, he realized that while you had a talent for devising armaments, it would never fulfill you. Long before you knew your own mind, he saw you would be far happier using your knowledge for peaceful purposes, and the thought touched him. He was a changed man for it. Though, he could not let it show. You have to open walls in this place just so you could say this to me? What is it you want? I want you at my side. Take up your father's mantle and become the Empire's lead engineer. It is your destiny. Father, had a change of heart, you said so yourself. Besides, I have long known my destiny, and I assure you it lies not with the Empire. He's got some very fluffy ears. Gideon, what of you, adventurer? Will you not consider making common with your powers joined demise? We might do much for this realm. Together we could bring order to Azoria and usher in lasting peace. She looks so angry. Expect no better answer than this. So be it. It was your strength that made me proffer my hand in friendship, and it is your strength that makes me proffer now my blade. Save as an ally, you are too dangerous to be let to remain. The Vera are so nice. Is that what they're called? I 'Cause 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 Gonna summon up some big war machine or something. Yeah. Thing is huge. Run or stay, it makes no matter. You cannot escape your past. The Bunzervera. Okay. Wait, damn it. Yeah, I don't have access to that race. Ow. Not. Trying to like watch what's happening in the arena. Oh, this is bad. I would prefer if you didn't, thank you. What? Okay. We have Magitech Cannon and Photon Stream. Can't lock onto it. Can I still? I can't use my own abilities. Oh. Okay. Undo? Okay. This is kind of a large. I mean, you see all the different markers. Proto Ultima Arm. Whoa. Okay, well now I see why they gave us these mechs to use. They're gonna throw stuff like that. Oh, okay, this is the one that we captured. Bulkhead is composed of a special alloy, extremely tough. Ordinary fire won't leave a mark. So we need to use blue fire. Convert all power to the Magitech cannon as I did at Castrum Meridum. Armor's core is like to expire from the strain, but there's no help for it if we want to press on. Listen well, press the control, engage ancillary, then fire away. Don't mind the warning lights. That's how they make sure that we get out of the armor. Oh no, she's gonna explode. Aw, it's so sad. Had you for a mission and a half. You're natural. All the way's clear. Just you and your own 2 feet now, so be careful. Everybody gets locked into the cutscenes. I guess if these are truly unskippable, I imagine people probably... And then there's another one. People probably dislike this for the unskippable cutscenes when they're just trying to run stuff. Leaving a fine mess in your wake. That's kind of what I do, is leave a mess. Of course, we gotta fight all of his lieutenants. Is someone there? Garland, old friend, how it warms the heart to hear your voice again after all those years. He's got a compass on his fist. Nero, is that you? For rerunning it, yeah, it's a pain, but if you're going through for the story the first time, it's not an issue. Yeah. Somebody else that Sid knows, apparently. Don't play the fool with me. Ever since the academy, I've been condemned to live in your shadow. Why, you're in a warframe now? By all objective measure, I was the more talented of the 2 of us, yet that fate counted for naught beside your privileged birth. You were admired as the young prodigy simply because your father was the great Midas. Wait, his name? Dad's name is Midas? When you defected, I felt sure my star would rise. But by disappearing, you acquired the status of a legend. Your reputed genius gained credence merely by dint of your absence. Instead of cursing you for a traitor, the people actually came to think of you more fondly. To this day, you are still the young prodigy of... I, meanwhile, have ever been made to feel second-rate. I, who have continued to serve our nation faithfully. Whenever I fail to excel, why, it is only to be expected. Yet when I exceed all reasonable expectations, people proclaim that I walk in the footsteps of the great city Nan Bloody Garland. Yeah, that's gotta be hard. I don't know what to say. Live in the shadow of somebody who isn't even around. Matters not a whit what I achieve. Your existence has rendered mine worthless. Even Lord Van Belser saw fit to offer you a place at his side, and this in spite of your betrayal. Did he extend any such offer to me, the man who has remained loyal to him for all these years? Why, no, he did not. Then what you should do is leave his ass and help us. Get your revenge on him. Long have I endured, but no more. Like I said, help us. Get your revenge on him. Walking in the shadows of others is rough, so you can kind of feel for him. At the same time, you choose your own actions. Exactly. Creation that will win me the recognition I am due, will not let anyone interfere. You built a bomb, didn't you? Set foot in this benighted land, I've watched you, every move you have made, every step you have taken. It's a song. You have felled Elkons, a feat made possible by the Echo, a peculiar power which shields you from their corrupting influence. It's of little wonder that my lord has taken an interest in you. As have I, if truth be told, it is my desire to harness your power for use in the Ultima weapon. Yeah, he'll be watching you. Exactly. Oh, he's got a big old cannon. Oh, it's a hammer. It's a rocket hammer with spikes on the end. You're in the wrong game, dude. You want Fallout. Yield to me the secrets of your power. I will extract them with this hammer. Okay, you guys. Oh, that's not a good sign. Good thing I have AoE heals. Supposed to be. Oh, it's push. Sometimes I wish you could just watch the animations, because some of the animations are pretty good. Ah, I see how that works. Sorry, Kay, I didn't see that you were dead. This changes nothing. That staff is hilarious. Look at it. It's so funny. Weapon is activated and brims with the power of Eklons. Nothing can withstand its might. Trying to type, got thrown in the electric, could stop typing. Yeah, that'll do it. Can't get out of the text window fast enough to be able to move. You alright? What if Nero fled? Damn it. Oh, here's a tip for you. If you hold down both mouse buttons, your character will walk forwards, or will walk whichever direction you're facing. And it doesn't matter if you're in a text box or not. Word arrived from the Alliance. It seems the Order of the Twin Adders completed its blockade of Castrum Centauri. What hands against Spare are hastening this way even as we speak, and likewise for the Maelstrom, all that's left is to destroy the Ultima weapon. I should warn you, the chamber which houses the target appears to be saturated with etheric energies. There's bound to be heavy interference. Wouldn't have helped as I was looking at the wall. You can turn while you're holding it. To it. Now they have voice acting. Oh, it's one of these, isn't it? I mean, there's literally no reason for this platform to be so big unless they're going to have us fight a bunch of shit. Oh, there he is. Apparently she said something very clever. Trying to say the yellow circle with arrows towards it is a stack mechanic. Everyone needs to be in that. Oh. Yellow circle. Not really, because those gods brainwash everybody. Not a major issue, but later stages the party can wipe if it's not done right. Good to know. Wait, what? I like that coat, too. You're saying the 12 are no different from the primals. Yeah, no. What I'm remarking about is apparently they summoned the 12 at one point. I didn't realize that that was what had happened there. Why are we letting him monologue? Somebody shoot him. He's clearly going to attack us. Somebody shoot him. Lusix called on their power to defend against Bahamut. I don't think we found. I think him mentioning that is the first time that we learned that. That was almost a Borderlands title card. Like they just needed his name to appear over here. Say something snarky underneath it. Good luck. Well, as long as our DPS doesn't get themselves killed again, I think we'll be okay. Apparently the Summoner Arcanist raise is faster than the White Mages. Took on guys in the Ultimate Weapon with AI and as a Dragoon. Fun. Oh, she started before I did. There is that. Pain in the ass. I can imagine. Ooh, they don't give you a lot of time to get out of the way of those. Really don't give you a lot of time to get out of the way of them. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Need my mana back. Ow. Everybody's back at full health. Well, for a second there. Yeah, mana again. The hell is going on here? Ow. Lucid Dreaming's back up. Damn, I have yet to be able to evade those. His name of his attack is literally I came, I saw, I conquered. Oof.
I had not thought to be so hard pressed. Your strength is most impressive. Such power befits a ruler. Yet, you lack the resolve to put it to...
There's a few new mechanics at you, so it's normal to be a little slow on the uptake. Yeah. That staff is so funny. Just walks off. Hey, JR. You're late for the stream, but you're just in time for something. Thank you very much for the subscription. Always appreciate it. Guess that's the end? Oh, is the fight with the weapon just a what do they call it, a trial? Just standing on it.
Allow me then, hero, to do
Even though I'm not in the area, you can still bring me along. Hopefully it gives me an opportunity. Kind of looks like it's going to go straight into the fight. Porta Decamona is now accessible. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Party of other players. Hold on. I have to unselect this one or it's going to break stuff. Doesn't do it automatic. And real quick before we go jump in here. Savannah says give her 5 and she'll join us. Okay, yeah, that works out then. I gotta go use the restroom anyway. So we'll take a quick break. I will be right back. And more fluid. Do not spill your Gatorade on your laptop. Or beer. Almost done? Alright, cool. I don't think I have her on the friends list, so we'll have to fix that. Computer turning on. Ah, excellent. Yeah, just let me know when you're good to go. Had to replug everything in. As long as your computer isn't like mine, I've got so much crap. I've got cables everywhere. Like my I watch, you know, LTT a lot of times, and they talk about cable management all the time. And it's kind of funny because if Linus ever came and saw my cable management, he would probably just like have an aneurysm. Because it's not so much that it's bad, it's just that there's so many cables around here. I've got 3 monitors, I've got you know, a Xbox controller, I've got the camera, the light, you know, so many things. 2 plugs and logging into Windows 10. It's just that my management is bad. It's just non-existent. Hey, I at least tried to keep the cables like out of the way and kind of doing their own thing. You know, I've got a spot over here where the cables all kind of run that have to go back behind me, and no, I could definitely do more to get these cables cleaned up. And there's some things that are out here on the desk that don't need to be. They could be put away. Like, I don't need the HOTAS anymore. I haven't played Elite Dangerous in a while. I could put that into a cabinet or a drawer or something, and that would probably help. Mine isn't that I don't need the stuff on the desk, it's that I'm lazy and haven't thrown any of it away. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. There is stuff on my desk that needs to be thrown away. Got like old paper. I've got old like spell lists for characters that I don't play anymore. Oh, you can just leave. There's an exit right there. Huh. Interesting. Signing in now. Excellent. Yeah, so this whole area is like its own instanced area. It like has its own map and everything, but you can't really see it. Might have an update if she does said to go on without her. Ugh. Well, hopefully we be good. What is the point of this map? Like, There's one little square over here, and everything else is just blank. Why? Clearly the dev room. But why make a map for it? Right? It's because it's not like these maps are automatically generated based on the terrain the way that they are in like the Elder Scrolls games. The maps are actually just a really zoomed up version of the actual cells. That's why you can see dragons on the maps. You know, this is like somebody drew this. How else would we find it? Oh, they'd find it anyway. It would get found. You can't give players access to files and expect them not to dig around in them. You are very large. Get out of its grundle. It won't let me underneath it. I just look at how big that thing is, though. These circlets are kind of funny. Like, I've actually got it set to display, but because of the bangs, you can't really see it. Joining soon. Alrighty. Yeah, you're party leader, so go ahead and hit the invite. Ah, Sav Rose. Jeez. All right, are we all ready? Explorer mode. What is Explorer mode? Like, everything says Explorer mode unavailable. And there we go. Just needed to find a tank. It's nice that he politely stood there and waited for us to find.
To the true power of the Ultimo weapon.
Okay, finding another Dragoon. Alright, you're, what? Paladin, I think is what they upgrade to? Paladin? Okay. I know it starts as... what? Something. I forget. I forgot. No. Ow. Please stop. Don't stand in that. Remember, don't stand in the bullshit. That bullshit. Don't stand in that. Does not like you, Savannah. The entombed in earth. No, I don't like it in here. It's dark. That was getting low frames. That's not good. Titan's essence, Torns, no matter, still harbors the might of the others. It's just like it's summoning the other. know, not pointing the camera at what's going on, but I'm mostly watching the party bar over here. Cannot get out. Okay. Interesting. I need my mana back, though. I can definitely see this being something that will kill your frame rate. I'm surprised mine is doing as well as it is. Good now? Alright, that's good. Our inhibitor is disengaged. That's not a good idea. Yeah, see, it lost its wings. That is not what he said. Trying to conserve my mana because I'm actually rolling through it very fast.
But the Ultima weapon is all powerful. Why does my enemy still stand?
Because it's not?
Can her strength truly be so great?
Yes.
It is the blessing of light that confounds you.
This stage is going to be fun.
Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal she bears.
Oh, goody.
So, this is what empowers her.
No, it's definitely that staff.
Beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the hammer of darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the shield of light. And so it shall, for the Ultima weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Speak plainly, Ascian.
The heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alec fail to scratch.
Sounds bad.
The magic within has lain dormant for eons.
Of what magic do you speak?
He just told you, dude.
lies within
Oh, good.
his now beating heart.
Laha Freya, what have you done?
Woke up the thing, apparently.
Necessary for my god to be reborn.
This is a long elevator.
The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power.
Yikes.
The deepest pit of the seven hells, to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima!
Oops. Energy shield. That staff makes me laugh.
Such devastation! This was not my intention!
At least not in the middle of your own base, right?
Oh, Hydaelyn, it seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left.
Look at the dragoons with their staffs, their spears.
Your enemy's shield is broken. The rest I leave to you.
We will speak later, Ascian. But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains.
It's my staff.
Come, adventurer. Let us find
Definitely the staff.
answer together.
I might have to keep the staff. Oof. Alright, here we go again. Settle this once and for all. Here, you can have that. Alright, kill it. Oof. Oh, it, not my tank. Or my DPS. These move. I hate the ones that move. Oh. Oh, shit. Well, that's a problem. Oh no, we're gonna lose our tank. Um, is it gonna notice that we lost our tank? Oh, he just grabbed a new one. That's awesome. I didn't know it was gonna do that. I thought it would be, we'd have to exit out and start over. Oh, I see. They slowly move towards you. Or they move in towards the middle. Away from that. We have learned to stay out from that. Yeah. Run. Jesus. That attack is literally called Tank Purge. Look. Ow. Really rather you didn't. Out of energy. Oh, fuck. God, he likes his AoEs. Out. I'm running Anna again. Jesus Christ. No strength to shield thee. Permit not manifestation, let less darkness prevail. Yeah, I'm trying to get my mana back up. I'm running out. There we go. And I leveled up. He gets exploded out of it. Its little arms move too.
Subjects of a weak ruler must needs look to a higher power for providence, and their dependence comes at a cost to the realm. The misguided elevate the frail, and the frail lead the people astray. Unless a man of power wrests control, the cycle will never be broken. You of all people must see the truth in this.
That's a fancy sword.
The strength to rule.
That was exciting. All right. Not done yet? Away we go. I gotta deal with him.
Pathetic. You boasted of unrivaled power. You were entrusted with the ultimate weapon, the ultimate magic. And still, you failed. So much for the glory of man.
I like how they just casually teleport all over the place.
The growing imbalance afflicting the planet must be redressed. If it is permitted to worsen, the very laws of existence, both etheric
With you in
and
spirit.
physical, will be warped beyond all possession. Know you the root of this corruption? Hydaelyn.
That's the crystal.
Like a parasite, she must be burned out if the planet is to recover. And not but the return of the one true god will ensure her complete excision. Yet, to pave the way for the Master's return, a chaotic confluence of untold proportions must needs be brought about. And that will necessitate the presence of the Primals. Needless to say, both you and your Scion accomplices cannot be suffered to interfere in this endeavor. You will not leave this place alive.
Ah. Oh, fun. All right.
It is past time your flame was extinguished. The light.
Pull the staff out and looks confused. Like, the fuck's going on? But I just got here. Jesus, you take like no damage. Okay, I was gonna say, I haven't had to move yet. Power of darkness ravages your body. Okay, let's not stand in the evil fire thing. Ow. Good. Ow. I meant to push. This is gonna take forever. So they're entities, but they're not something that I can actually lock onto and attack. Ah. Don't lose you the hope of Azaria. I mean, I'm working on it. I'm glad that you find this so funny. So you true magic, fires of creation arise. Well, don't cure at it. Yeah, I don't know how well this was gonna work as a healer. I don't exactly do damage. I feel like you were supposed to kill those before the bar filled up, but he's gonna spirit bomb me. Oh, that's bad. You failed. Azoria's doomed. That's cool. My staff's still there. It'll take over. Just needs legs. What is going on? Was one of those you can't win fights? I kind of had a feeling. Now I'm Super Saiyan. Or which one is it that's blue? I forget. Listener, know your imperfect beings cannot hope to defeat me. Doing more damage, but it still barely touches is... Super Saiyan God Blue. Yeah, most of what I know from Dragon Ball Z is from DBZ Abridged. I should perish, so too will the mortal who within whom's flesh I reside. Yeah, I don't care. I'm still gonna kick your ass. The fun thing is, I'm not a melee class, so I'm more than happy to stand all the way over here and throw shit at you. Dude, I do need time to, like, actually cast things. Fuck. Yeah, this part definitely is like here for a you know, DPS class or a tank class, because we're just gonna free heal you all the time. But I like it here. Warm. Come on, just die already. There we go. I didn't even see. Fucking stat. This is really super serious scene, and here's the staff.
If thou wouldst pierce the shadows, make thee a blade of light.
Don't know how to use blades. Oh, okay, so it's a staff. Some Kingdom Hearts shit going on here.
What?
Oh. Cool. Just rip the evil spirit out of the guy.
The light. It binds them. They are too many.
Yeah, who would have thought when you try to destroy a world, a whole bunch of people step up to stop you. Ah, there's the crystal that we're talking about. Defeated by the power of friendship and anime. Pretty much. Yeah, it's time to go. The robot is back. Yay. I don't speak binary. Apparently she does, though. What? This dude's still alive? He just won't die.
So my conquest ends, Sid.
You got one more monologue for us?
In smoke and ashes.
To be fair, that's how it was always going to end.
Hear, feel, think.
You know, that's like what my therapist tells me when I'm having an anxiety attack.
Warrior of light, beloved daughter. The darkness hath fled before the unclosed brilliance of thy spirit. Yet it lingereth still beyond the sight of men, in forgotten corners of the world. In the depths of the abyss yet resideth the Dark One, watchful ever, till this evil be cast out. Never shall the world know aught but a passing peace. Yet for the present, a gentle light shineth o'er the realm of Eorzea.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be quite as
With thee at its heart.
long as you think, because there's a bunch of DLCs that are already out. Or expansions, I think is what they call them.
From the sparkling moat shall it swell to glorious sun, and all the world shall bask in its warmth.
Oh, she's leaving.
Blessings and joy be upon thee. Go forth, my child, and be as a beacon of hope for Eorzea and the lands beyond through all the days of thy life.
Neato.
My lady, all Twin Adder units have fallen back to the outer perimeter.
The Flames have completed their withdrawal, General. Admiral, all hands accounted for.
Well, that's good. They got everybody.
She's still in there.
Sid, has there been no word?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Damnation!
She's going to make it, I know she is. Ida is right. We must have faith.
Then just you died.
Sid,
That's the end of it.
Not be evacuated aboard the Enterprise. That adventurer and the Scions are as the Warriors of Light reborn. We cannot abandon them to their fate. Not again.
I wholeheartedly agree, but flying into the midst of that would only add to the fireworks. There must be something we can do.
Please, Mother Hydaelyn. Please light her way through the darkness.
Yeah, I think all you can really do is just wait.
Look into the light, my child. If thou would see thy companions return safe to thee, reach out to them now.
Or pray and Do what the goddess tells you. Or giant floaty crystal thing.
Our warrior of light.
Yes! The hero returns!
Look! Thancred is with her!
Thank the 12.
Thank Hydaelyn. Welcome home.
Aw, it's so sweet.
You almost got us killed that one time, remember?
Now, we both know that was your fault.
Thank the 12 we're safe.
Mind your horns there, man.
Okay, and then there's the credits.
Mayhap when you mind your manners.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Though the crystal that bound Thancred is no more, I doubt we can say the same of La Habrea. And even if we could, we know that he is not alone. Confounded Ascians. Their god may be unknown to us, but their zeal is unquestionable. Suffice it to say, it would be folly to assume that they no longer pose a threat. Nevertheless,
I was giving all the voice actor credits. I'm assuming those are all for the various languages?
for now we must savor what peace we have won, however ephemeral. Do you see, Grandfather? Our first step towards realizing the dream for which you gave your life.
I'm looking at these names and like I don't recognize any of the, which is fine. There's lots of voice actors in the world.
Machination is ended. A new day now begins in Eorzea.
True to their name, the scions of the seventh dawn.
Like her, she
along
sounds
with
really
our champion,
familiar.
have delivered us from darkness.
Let their shared victory serve to remind us of our shared history. And let their bravery in the face of adversity
Yeah,
inspire
I don't recognize
future
any of the names,
generations.
but I'm pretty sure I've heard her in something
Our
else.
realm will need bravery in the days to come. Old rifts threaten to divide us within our walls, while hordes of beastmen claw at our gates. And though the Black Wolf be slain, the rest of the pack remains. Yet no foe need we fear, so long as we stand as one.
So long as the scions.
Oh,
stand
that's
for
weird.
peace.
They don't have Thancred listed as
So long
Telson.
as our champion stands fast.
I don't know if he used a
For
different
there
name.
exists no adversity over which we may not jointly prevail.
No longer can we turn a blind eye to the
Urgar,
suffering
Ken.
of our allies.
No nation stands alone. If one should fall, so shall we all. Eorzea is our shared home. For any one of us to know peace, so too must our neighbor.
Sam Regal, okay.
We join in solidarity before you this day.
Yeah, I
So
thought that
too
was him.
shall our grand companies be joined henceforth to strive not only for the good of mere nations, but for the good of all the realm.
Change will not come overnight. Yet I foresee a day, not so very far from now, when the lines that divide our lands fade, and all of Eorzea is one.
It has been but 5 short years since the Battle of Cartelo. 5 years since the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. No victory, however sweet, can wash away our bitter sorrows. No triumph can reclaim those we lost. Yet do not presume you honor them by dwelling on the past. It was not the past they fought for. You would repay their sacrifice by looking to the future.
A future united, as the warriors of light united in the champion.
Now is the time for us to rise as one, bearing all of Eorzea on our shoulders.
5 years ago, Eorzea bore witness to the end of the 6th Astral Era. Now, the 7th Umbral Era draws to a close, yet we come together not to glory in its end, but to mark a new beginning.
You do like making speeches in that. Pulls out a gun.
Let it be writ that on this day, by the light of the crystal, Eorzea ushered in a new era. The 7th Astral Era is come, and thus is ours a realm reborn.
And they said the title. Ooh, it's so exciting. Looking forward to continuing this adventure, which we will do Wednesday. Yeah, I'll keep going forward. I know we have some post main quest stuff to do, and then we start the first expansion, which I do have. You get both of them together when you buy the game off of Steam. Probably going to keep going after that, so we'll need to pick up the DLCs, which I think you get all of them when you buy Endwalkers. I don't think you have to buy each one individually, which is kind of nice that they do that. But yeah, thank you to everybody for stopping by and hanging out with me for this. I really appreciate that. Big thank you to Kay and Savannah for assisting with those fights. Even if things got a little bit hairy there for a little bit. And I managed to get myself killed by a one-shot. That was exciting. But Yep, now patch quests. Yeah, we'll work on them. Like I said, we'll work on them starting on Wednesday and then keep going from there. I might pull back on doing Final Fantasy instead of doing it every time. We might be doing it just 1 or 2 days a week. I have a couple other games that I would like to play, including Stray, which looks like a lot of fun, a very cute game. I would like to get into that, so we'll probably be doing that one at some point. I'll look into things and we'll see how things go. This week is going to be a little bit weird for me. I'm probably going to be starting earlier and running a little bit later like we did today. As much as I can. This is my 1 week off of work before school starts up again. Here coming up pretty quick. So keep an eye on the schedules. I will let everybody know what my new schedule is going to look like once the school year starts. I will find out. I should know by Monday what my new schedule is going to look like for school this year. So I will update the schedules and let everybody know what that is going to look like once I find out about it. Until then, though, I hope you have yourselves a wonderful day, wonderful next couple days. Until I see you in the next video, have yourselves a wonderful time. And remember, whatever you do, don't you dare go hollow.